Hello and welcome to News Now. I'm your host, Taylor Inman. We're going over the week's biggest headlines for Northwest Montana. Owners of the Ronan McDonald's claimed there was an unfortunate misunderstanding when an employee of their restaurant was caught on video refusing service to the Browning High School wrestling team on Thursday, January 15th. The team was headed to Missoula to attend the annual Rocky Mountain Classic Jugbeck Wrestling Tournament. When stopping for food, the wrestling team was refused service. A short video posted to Facebook the night of January 15th showed an employee of the Ronan McDonald's telling what was identified as the Browning wrestling team that they are not allowed to serve Browning High School. The employee said in the video, quote, "Browning School is not allowed. We're not allowed to serve you guys." Multiple members of the wrestling team left sounding disgruntled. The Ronan McDonald's owners, Chris and Melissa Crawshaw, claimed the incident was a mistake. The statement also said they have addressed the incident with their staff and have personally reached out to Browning High School to make amends. The Crawshaw stated in an email to the Lake County Leader that everyone is welcome in their restaurant, and they're honored to serve the Ronan community and look forward to welcoming all students at any time. In an initial statement from Browning Public Schools, Superintendent Rebecca Rappold laid out what had happened and said that the students were fed later at a different establishment. She also said that an investigation into the matter is now ongoing. After Rappold's first statement, she sent out a second statement thanking the Ronan community for its kindness after the incident. This included a hospitality suite set up for all athletes attending the Browning versus Ronan basketball doubleheader and multiple Ronan businesses offering discounts for the athletes. Rappold said, quote, "Your kindness, generosity, and willingness to help exemplify the true spirit of community and sportsmanship. We are deeply appreciative of the care and concern shown for our students, and it means a great deal to our athletes, families, and staff." The Whitefish Police Department arrested a man with active felony arrest warrants from 2 states during a traffic stop on Wednesday, January 21st. Whitefish Police Department conducted the traffic stop at around the 700th block of Wisconsin Avenue in Whitefish on January 21st at about 11 p.m. An officer observed the suspect vehicle making an illegal left-hand turn driving in the oncoming lane of travel and further observed that the license plate was completely obstructed, according to a release from Whitefish Police Department. Whitefish Police Department identified the driver as 33-year-old Mason Lockhart by a Texas driver's license. Following standard protocols, the officer conducted a driver's license query through the Criminal Justice Information Network, and the query informed the officer that the driver had 2 active out-of-state felony arrest warrants from California and Texas. The California warrant was confirmed as extraditable for 4 counts of lewd acts with a child under the age of 14, along with multiple aggregating factors requiring a mandatory appearance before the court and bail in the amount of $4 million, according to the Whitefish Police Department. Texas warrant information had not been obtained by the Whitefish Police Department at the time of their media release. Whitefish Police Department credits the officers' proactive policing efforts by contacting the suspect for the observed traffic offenses and taking the suspect into custody on the out-of-warrant state felony arrest warrants. Lockhart is currently being held at the Flathead County Detention Center. Students at Columbia Falls High School put their feet, legs, and lungs to work to help a recovering teammate. On January 23rd, participants came together for a 24-hour continuous run fundraiser at the Columbia Falls High School track for Hazel Alexander and her family. On January 9th, Alexander, a junior at Columbia Falls High School and a veteran member of the cross-country team, was T-boned at the intersection of Highway 2 and 206 by a man allegedly driving a stolen Dodge Durango. The driver of the vehicle, 34-year-old Alfred Chester Paul Flamond of Kalispell, was going roughly 80 miles per hour when the collision occurred. Alexander sustained many life-threatening injuries, including a removed spleen, broken femur, broken jaw, shattered pelvis, and had a stroke. Friday's event was organized by the cross-country team. During the fundraiser, Coach Jim Peacock said a few words. During an impassioned speech to attendees, Peacock made note of his shirt, which says, "A great day to run." To him, this message transcends beyond what it means at face value.
The great day to run on my shirt doesn't mean, the weather's great. It means we can, right? Things are precious. Things can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. It's a reminder to me every day that I get to do this. In my own family, I know what it's like to have that taken away from you, right? In our community, we've seen it taken away from families and from kids. It's a great day to run to me. Doesn't mean it's a great day to run. It means be thankful for what you have. Celebrate that you have an able body and honor it. This last 24 hours has been a great day to run. Thank you guys for being here.
During the fundraiser, the team had one member running on the track at all times and raised funds by asking people to offer a pledge per number of total laps completed. Ahead of the drive, $60,000 had been raised toward a $75,000 goal. Meanwhile, more details have been released about the incident. According to a motion for leave to file information filed in Flathead County District Court last week, Flathead allegedly stole the Durango from the town pump in Evergreen, which was left running while the driver went inside the store to make a purchase. About a minute after hearing the report of a stolen vehicle, a Columbia Falls police officer observed the Durango heading east on Highway 2, going about 20 miles over the speed limit. The officer activated his lights and tried to make a stop near Station 8. The Durango initially moved over to the outside lane, but then sped up to 65 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone and began weaving, crossing from the outside lane through the inside lane and almost through the center turn lane. As the Durango approached the intersection of Highway 2 East and Highway 206, the Durango weaved back into the inside lane of travel. As the traffic light changed from green to red, the officer noted that the Durango's brake lights only briefly illuminated, indicating that Flamond was not going to attempt to slow down or stop at the intersection. The officer changed his siren sounds in an attempt to alert any other drivers that the Durango was going to run the red light. At the intersection of Highway 2 and 206, Alexander's car was making a left-hand turn onto Highway 2 as it had the green light. Flamond ran the light, which according to the police car camera footage had been red approximately 5 seconds before the collision. Flamond ran into the driver's side door of Alexander's car. She was the lone occupant and had numerous injuries. Police obtained a warrant to take a blood draw from Flamond as he refused to give one. He faces felony counts of fleeing or eluding a police officer, criminal endangerment, and theft of a light vehicle. He is scheduled to be arraigned January 29th in Flathead County District Court with bail set at $200,000. Flamond has 2 pending felony cases for possession of dangerous drugs in Flathead County. In the last 6 months, Flamond has been arrested 6 times by Kalispell Police Department and 3 times by the Flathead County Sheriff's Office, according to court documents. Flathead County Sheriff's deputies are serving as security personnel at Glacier Park International Airport under a recently approved interlocal agreement by county commissioners. Months in the making, the agreement was spurred by discussions between airport officials and the Sheriff's Office over airport security concerns. Sheriff Brian Haino said one single incident didn't spark the contract, but the buildup of slow response times. The Flathead Valley's population surge has created a strain on local resources, slowing response times to airport emergencies as deputies get tied up with other 911 calls. Airport Director Robert Kowski said even a 5-minute wait time can be an issue. With crowds of tourists flying in during the summer, Haino and Rutkowski agreed that it's best to have deputies permanently assigned on site. A record-breaking 172,820 passengers visited the terminal in July, which is a 10% increase from July of 2024 and a 26% increase from July of 2023, according to data from the State Department of Transportation. During peak summer months, an average of about 147,700 passengers passed through the airport in 2025. The contract, which was unanimously approved by commissioners on December 18th, also evolved from concerns that personnel from a private contractor previously used as airport security didn't meet federal guidelines. Patrol Commander Luke Foster said at the commissioners' meeting that the important part for them was monitoring human traffic in and out of the airport, where federal law requires that sworn law enforcement officers be present during those times. The interlocal agreement requires at least 2 deputies to be permanently assigned to the airport, effectively immediately, and 6 deputies to be assigned to the airport by July 1, 2027. Haino said the contract creates 6 additional positions for his total staff. However, he isn't worried about meeting the contract staff requirements given a recent influx of applications. Foster told commissioners that deputies permanently assigned to the airport will need additional airport-specific training. He said all current deputies have already received this training to help secure gates as needed. An officer in charge appointed by the Sheriff's Office will oversee the deputies working at the airport and schedule shifts. At least 1 deputy will work at the airport 16 hours a day until full staffing is reached, and then deputies will be at the airport 24 hours a day. Deputies will secure passenger boarding areas, airline ramps, terminals, and restricted areas. They will also respond to medical emergencies at the airport until medics arrive. Expenses incurred by the county directly related to the airport, such as staff wages, purchased equipment, and training costs, will be reimbursed by the airport monthly, according to the agreement. Any cost unrelated to the airport is ineligible for reimbursement. Thanks for joining us. News Now is a podcast from the Daily Interlake. We're proud to be the largest independent newsroom in Montana and the longest continuously published newspaper in the region. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss an episode of the pod. Everybody stay safe and have a great week. Thanks to our sponsor, Lauren's Auto Repair at 1309 U.S. Highway 2 in Kalispell. Most consistently rated 5-star shop serving the Kalispell area. Visit lawrenceauto.com.
Will take care of you. The highest rated